Hello everyone and welcome to this Maths Flip Classroom on algebra. We're just going to recap some of the things we've been looking at over the last couple of weeks. Now, a reminder, algebra is not as complicated as it sounds. You've actually been doing it for a long time. Back in year 1 and year 2, when you had number sentences like 1 plus star equals 5, that is algebra, because algebra is simply missing numbers. Now, as we get older, we replace them with letters. So algebra is where we use letters to represent missing or unknown numbers. Okay, that's all it is. So years ago, you used stars and squares and circles. Now we're going to use letters, but it's the same process. So in this session, we're going to see if we can understand algebraic equations and expressions, and we're going to solve some simple algebraic problems. So here's a simple example to start us off. Alex has some sweets. We don't know how many sweets Alex has, so we're going to call them Y. Alex has Y sweets. It's an unknown number at the moment. Now, if he's given 5 more sweets, we can say in an algebraic equation that he has Y plus 5. We've got this unknown number that we started with, but we've added 5 more. So we've got Y plus 5. Another example might be that Bob's got some toys. Again, we don't know how many he's got, but we're going to say he's got M toys. This unknown number is M. Now, if Bob gets 6 more toys, then we can say in an algebraic equation that he has M, that original number, plus 6. Now, Bill catches some fish. We don't know how many, so we're going to say Bill catches Y fish. Ben comes along and takes three of them off him. So as an algebraic equation, we have got the Y he started with, take away 3. Okay? So the Y he caught less the 3 that Ben took away from him. Fred has got Y DVDs. We don't know how many. We've not got the number. We're just going to call it Y. And Frank's got Z DVDs. Now, altogether, the 2 men have got Y plus Z. Okay. Here's a few for you to try. Okay, can you come up with the algebraic equation that matches each of these statements? Pause the video, jot them down. I will be revealing the answers in 3, 2, 1. There we go. So 2 less than W is W take 2. And working down D plus 3, C plus 5, F plus G, and so on. Okay. Now, adding and subtracting with letters. Here we have 1A plus A plus A. We've got 3 lots of A, so we can show that in an abbreviated form as 3A. Notice we've not written 3 times A, it's just 3A. The reason for that is that the multiplication symbol is similar to an X. And it will get confusing because X is often used as a letter in algebra. So we just say 3A instead of 3 times A. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of B. So that would be 5B. And here we need to be careful because we've got a negative. We've got to take away. So we've got C plus C. So there's 2C. But then we're taking away a C, which means we're back down to 1C. But then we add another one. So we're back up to 2C. Okay. So be very, very careful with the minus symbol because that's taking away. We've got 1, 2, 3 plus C's. We've got 3C, but then we take a C away, leaving us with 2 C's. Have a go yourself. Just be very, very careful with those negatives. Once again, pause the video, have a go. I'm going to reveal the answers in 3, 2, 1. And there you go. So A plus A, 2A. Nice and straightforward. 4 C's, nice and straightforward. But then we've got these negatives. So we've got 1, 2 P's, positives, but then we take 1 away. So 2 take away 1 leaves us with just the 1P. And you'll notice we've not written 1. We don't need to. It's just P on its own. Down here at number 7, we've got H, take away H, which leaves us with nothing at all. So that's a 0. Okay, well, there are your answers. Right, now, sometimes we have 2 like expressions. That means 2 with 2 of the same letter. and multiple times. And we can actually bring these together. We can abbreviate this. So 2a plus 4a is just the same as saying 6a. Now we can only do that because they're both a's. If this was 2a plus 4, we couldn't add them together. It's only because they're both a's. Here we have 6a minus 5a. Well, if you take 5 lots of a away from 6 lots of a, you're going to just be left with 1 lot of a, or a. Oh, here we have positives and negatives. So we've got 7 lots of a, take away 4 lots of a. So there's 3 lots of a. And then we're going to add 10 more, giving us 13 lots of a. A few for you to have a go at. Once again, pause the video, have a go. I'll be showing you the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, all of these are possible because we've got the same letter in each of these number sentences. So each of these algebraic equations have the same letter. If those letters were different, if it was 5c plus 7b, for example, we couldn't add them together. But because they're both c's, we can. Now, occasionally, we have to go negative. We go and resulting numbers are less than 0. So here we have 3a, take away 5a. Now you know that 3 take 5 is negative 2. So it's just the same here. 3a take away 5a is negative 2a. 5p plus 4p, well, there's 9p. That's a nice easy start. But then we take away 12. So 9p take away plus 4p. Sorry, 5p plus 4p is 9p. Take away 12p is negative 3p. And if we start with a negative, negative 5a plus 2a takes us to negative 3a. And then we take away another 7, we're going to get to negative 10a. Right, actually solving them though. So finding out what each of these letters is worth. The yellow for this little section is, can I find the value of a missing number? Now, it's really important that we remember that algebraic equations are balanced. This equal sign is like we're putting the numbers on either side of a balance, and we need to keep that balance level. So whatever's going on the left side, we must mirror it. We must do exactly the same thing on the right side to keep our balance equal. Okay, that's what that symbol means. And it helps us to work out these missing values. Whatever you do to the left side, you must do to the right. Okay, so in this case, b plus 2 is equal to 5. And we want to get b on its own. We want to know what b is worth. So we need to get rid of this plus 2 bit. Now, to get rid of a plus 2, we're going to take 2 away. But remember what we said, to keep the balance, we need to do the same thing to both sides. So we're going to take 2 away from both sides of the equation. If we take 2 away from this side, we're going to be left with b on its own, which is what we want. But we need to take 2 away from this side as well, which leaves us with 3. So b equals 3. And because we did the same thing to both sides, we've kept our equation balanced. Another example, c take away 5 is equal to 2. And we want c on its own. So I'm going to add 5 because I want to get rid of this negative 5. So I'm going to add 5 to this side. But remember, I need to do the same to the other side. So c, adding 5 to this will get rid of that negative 5. Adding 5 to this will give us 7. So c is equal to 7. Now, this time we've got 3 lots of d. I know it doesn't say times, but basically it's 3 times d. 3 lots of d is equal to 12. But again, I want d on its own. So to get d on its own, I just want 1d. So I'm going to divide by 3. Dividing 3 lots of d by 3 will leave d on its own, but I have to do exactly the same thing to this side. So 3d divided by 3 is d. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So d is equal to 4. But sometimes we can't do it in one step. Sometimes we need 2 or more steps to solve our missing letter. So here we've got 4e plus 7 equals 15. Now I'm going to start by getting rid of the +7. So to do that, I'm going to take away 7. But I need to do the same to this side. That leaves me with a 4e. Now to get e on its own, I need to divide by 4. But I need to do the same to this side. So take away 7 and divide by 4 leaves me with e on its own. But then I need to do the same to this 15. 15 take away 7 is 8. And divide by 4 leaves me with 2. So e equals 2. Here's a few for you to have a go at. Warning, these last couple are quite tricky. So I think we should be fine with the first 5, but those last 2 are a little bit naughty, so be careful. Once again, pause the video, have a go on your own piece of paper. I will reveal the answers in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, a really good check, and I recommend this, is to put these numbers back into the equation to see if it's right, see if they work. So if W is 8, 8 plus 1 equals 9. So I'm happy with that one. 11 take away 3 equals 8. So I'm happy with this answer. 4 times 9 is 36. So I'm happy with this one. 5 lots of 8 is 40. 40 take away 3 is 37. Happy with that one. 9 take away 4 is 5, so that's okay. Now the tricky ones, 1 plus 2 lots of 5.5. Well, 2 lots of 5.5 is 11, so 1 plus 11 is 12. And then 12 take away minus 3. Now, minus and a minus gives us a plus, so it's 12 take away negative 3 is 15, okay? So I'm happy with all of those answers, they work. Finally, final section. And if you want to take a break at this point, I would not blame you. You can come back later. But can I collect like terms so I can simplify an algebraic equation? Sometimes you'll get quite a long-winded algebraic equation, and it's nice if you can lump the same types of things together. So in this case, we've got A's and B's. But we're going to try and bring the A's together and the B's together. So first, let's just put them all in the right order. So we've got a 3A and a 2A, 4B and a 6B. We've just sorted them out. So we've got the A's together and the B's together. We can now bring them together. So 3A plus 2A is 5A, 4B plus 6B is 10B. So we've made the equation tidy. We've simplified it by bringing all the like terms together. Here's another one. This time we've got negatives in there, so we need to be careful, and we need to include the symbol in front of it. So it's negative 3A plus 2B, negative 4A plus 6B. Okay, collect the like terms. We've got negative 3A and negative 4A plus 2B and plus 6B, meaning we've got negative 7A and 8 plus 8B, because the two B's are both positive and the two A's are both negative. Again, remembering this to include the symbol, like terms together. This time we've got negative 4A plus 3A. That's going to leave us with negative A. And then we've got plus 9B, take away 12B. That is going to be negative 3B. Okay, so negative A, take away 3B. Okay. And just to wrap it up for today, here's a few for you to have a go at, bringing the like terms together. Once again, pause the video, have a go. This is the last task of the day. I'm going to reveal the answers in 3, 2, 1. There's your answers. See how you've got on. Well done on getting through this today. Keep up with your revision, keep up with all the hard work that you're doing, and we'll see you next time. Okay, guys, take care.